Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Sergio Briones. Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you guys have a great time with your family. So today I'm very thankful with the Lord for everything that He has given me up until now, and everything that is coming in the future. I already thank Him for that. So in this video, I thought I would make a video on how much money do I make from my store, from my convenience store. So as I have mentioned in some of my other videos, we doubled the sales since we bought the store, and I was almost forgetting. My wife gave me a ring light that I'm using right now. So she gave me a ring light for Christmas. She surprised me, and I'm very thankful for that. I believe she ordered it on Amazon, and on right on the 24th, she received it at home. She wrapped it up, and she made it as a surprise. So I thank God for my beautiful wife for taking her time and for knowing what I wanted for Christmas without asking me. So back to the video, guys. So as I was mentioning, we doubled the sales in the store, but I wanted to make this video so you guys can know if they're selling you a store and they throw out numbers, so you can know what those numbers mean. Because if somebody can tell you, you know what, I'm selling a gas station or a convenience store, and we're selling $20,000 per month, let's say, you might say, oh, that's a lot of money, I'm gonna go invest in it. But $20,000 a month is not enough money to keep our store running. At least in my own personal experience. So what I've noticed, in convenience stores, at least in my area, there's a 30% profit margin. So what that means is the following: we sell about $50,000 per month in the store. So I've seen an average of $1,200 to $1,600 Sunday through Thursday. And Friday and Saturday we sell about $2,000. So $2,000 on Saturday, $2,000 on Friday. So it makes a week about in a week we make about $12,000 in 7 days. So that sounds like a lot of money, but in reality it's not. Let me tell you why. So let's say I'm gonna be using the calculator here in my laptop. So let's say we make about $50,000, or let's take it per day, so it could be easier. So let's say we sell $1,500 in one day. So that's $1,500 in one day, gross sales. And as I mentioned, there's a 30% profit margin. So you multiply 1,500 times 0.30. So in a day that we sell $1,500, $450 stay in the business. The other $1,050 will need to be used to buy the merchandise again. So let's say, for example, I buy this ball. It's like a squeegee ball, a stress ball. Let's say I buy it for 50 cents and I sell it for $1. So that $1 that I made is not profit. Only 50 cents are if it was a 100% profit margin, but in this case it's only 30%. So if I sell this for $1, it probably cost me 70 cents. So I'm making 30 cents profit. So the 70 cents, I have to put it away so I can buy this ball again. And the 30 cents, I can use it to pay the rent, the mortgage, the employees, the lights, so I can pay myself. So let's go back to the $1,500 example. So out of the $1,500, $450 will be for the business. The other $1,050 will be used to buy the alcohol again, the tobacco, all the supplies. So the $1,050 will be used to replace the supplies, and the $450 will be used to pay the overhead cost. Now, in a current day, the $450 profits, I have to subtract employees. So maybe there was 2 employees in the whole day. I have to subtract their hourly wage for the day. Maybe they made $70, $80 each. So let's say we subtract $150 from there. So minus $150. So that's only $300 left a profit per day. And then from there, let's say we have to subtract the rent. So let's say you pay $2,000 in rent. Just an example. So $2,000. Let's divide it by 30 because most of the months have 30 days. So divided by 30. You pay a roughly amount of $67 per day of rent. So $450 minus $150 for the employees minus $67 for rent. That's $233 left from there. And then from there you subtract maybe a few, maybe $20, $20 or $30 depending on their lights bill. And then you subtract whatever other overhead costs you have, light, rent. I'm gonna open an Excel where I have all my my expenses, so I don't talk. Let me see. Finance. Budget. So I love using Excel. I have my budget in the Excel for my real estate portfolio, for the convenience store, and also for my personal budget. So the expenses that I can see here in my chart are rent, which is a mortgage, payroll, the light bill. I also have a minivan that I bought for the store, so I paid from the business. Give me a second, guys. The cable bill, the bank charges $40 every month to have the business account and the alarm. So those are basically the overhead cost expenses that I pay, that I have to pay every month. From there, I see how much money is left on a weekly basis, and I can determine a good amount that I can pay myself without hurting the business. So as I mentioned in other videos, I pay myself $2,000 a week, which is $104 a year, and from there we still have some money left for the business, so we can have a cushion in case something happens, something breaks out of the ordinary. We have some money there for reserved. So they were selling a gas station. They were selling a gas station. No, they were selling a convenience store. I'm sorry. The gas station was another. I'll use it for another example. They were selling a convenience store downtown. Only the business, not the building, that I was interested in buying. And I asked the owner, "Why are you selling it?" And she said, "Oh, I'm gonna move back to Mexico. I don't have any time. I don't have time to run it. So I just want to get rid of it. But it's making me money." So I was like, okay. So when I got into the numbers, I asked her how much she was making, and she showed me the paperwork. She was making about $22,000 a month. She was selling about $22,000 a month. So Somebody that doesn't know the business is gonna say, "Oh, she's making $22,000 a month. She must be making money." So they'll go ahead and invest in it. But that wasn't the fact. So after running the numbers, she was making $22,000 a month, and you multiply that by 30. So she was basically only making $6,600 a month profit. From there, the rent for the building, I believe, was $2,500. So $6,600 minus $2,500, it's $4,100 left. Then from there, she had 3 employees making minimum wage. So let's say each employee was making about $1,200 a month. So 12 times 3 is 3,600. So you subtract that by 3,600. There's only $500 left, and we haven't paid the light, we haven't paid the water, we haven't paid the cable, we don't have any cushion in case something happens, some money left over, and the owner's not even getting a paycheck. So basically this business was operating on negative numbers, and that's why she went out of business. But she was she wasn't done to say that the business wasn't making money. That's why she was selling it. She used an excuse that she was going to Mexico, and I don't know if it's true or not, but according to the numbers that she gave me, I could figure it out that the business was not making money. So this is a good example. This is a good strategy to use when buying an existing business, at least a convenience store. If you know the profit margins in the area. Maybe in other states, there's a higher or lower profit margin, I don't know. But here in Laredo, according to the prices that I use, at least in the area that I have my store in, it's about a 30% average. Some items, some candy are 50-60%. Some items are lower, like tobacco is maybe like 15% average profit margins. So, but at the end of the day, I've noticed that per month and per year, it's about between 29 and 32%. So I just average it out. I just average it out to a 30% profit margin. So I was thinking of buying a gasoline store that they were selling me a Stripes here in a good intersection here in my city. They were only selling the business, not the real estate. That was one of the reasons why I didn't make the move. Because I am interested in purchasing another building, but I want the real estate also. I don't want to be paying rent. So that store was selling $1.5 million a year. So once again, $1.5 million. The profit margins from the gasoline station might be higher because they have the gasoline. And since it's in a traffic area intersection, the prices tend to be a little bit higher. So they might have a little bit higher profit margin, but I just use the 30% to be on the safe side. So once again, the 1.5 million didn't include the gasoline, because the gasoline has a very low profit margin. So we didn't even include the gasoline. We weren't counting on the gasoline. So just the inside sales. So it's 1.5 million times 30%. So it's $450,000 a year. I counted about 6 employees to be on the safe side, because it was a 24/7 operation. So 6 employees times 1,200, which is about the minimum wage here in Texas. So it's 1,200 times 6. Let me 1,200 times 6 times 12. So it's about $90,000 in employees. That's with no manager. I'm just putting clerks, no managers, assuming that the owner will help run the business. So that's $360 left, and the rent was $6,000 per month. $6,000 times 12, so it was $72,000 a year. minus $72,000 a year. So we still have $288,000 left a year. So the light bill was probably around. I didn't get into the fine numbers because I did not purchase it, and I wasn't thinking of buying it. So I'm gonna assume that they're paying about $1,800 in lights. Since I pay around $800, I'm assuming it's about a little bit more than double. So let's say $2,000 in lights. 2,000 times 12, that's 24,000. So that's another 24,000 off of our profits. We still have $264,000 left. Let's say they pay $500. Let's say they pay $500 in water, which is a lot. I'm exaggerating. Minus 6,000, 258. So I could assume that the person buying this this shell with 1.5 million in sales could probably pay themselves about $200,000 a year. Because I still have 258, and I know that we're not gonna get another $58,000 in random little expenses. So if you try to keep the expenses down, I'm sure the owner of that convenience of that gas station could probably easily pay themselves around $200,000 a year. So even though it was just renting the building, it was a good business to make some money. It wasn't on the market long. I think the sign was put up, and about 2 weeks later, there was somebody inside already. So I'm glad somebody made the move, and they're gonna be making some good money if they keep their expenses down. So once again, guys, that's around how much money my convenience store makes. About $600,000 a year, $50,000 per month. $1,200 Sunday through Thursday, Friday and Saturday, about $2,000 a day. And remember that the profit margin is what's important. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Let me know what you thought of the ring lights, the new look. I think it's a little bit better. It appears to be a little bit more illuminated. So let me know, guys, if you have any questions. Drop a comment and like. Thanks a lot, guys. Peace.